Hello, hello.
Hi, Marta.
Hi.
Live streaming already, just so you know. So I'm going to go ahead and let people into the room, and then we will play the video and get started.
Alrighty.
For now, we can just mute our microphones until we're ready.
Ophelia is also in there somewhere.
Okay, perfect.
Is waiting to come in. Her name is Ofelia Cruz Morales.
Great. I'm going to let everyone in right now, and then we're going to go ahead and play the video and get started. Okay.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Judy. Hello. 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 Elena.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to SPARC's virtual Dia de los Muertos ritual and community space for us to gather together this year after so many challenges that we have faced individually within our families and within our neighborhoods and our community. We are really honored to create a space where we all can gather together. Though distant, we can actually see ourselves and hear our voices, and really be led by our elders and our spiritual leaders. We are very excited today to have Marta Ramirez-Oropeza once again host what is, I believe, the 18th Dia de los Muertos ritual at SPARC. This has been a cornerstone of SPARC for a gathering and both the interrogation of the roots of such an important ritual that is shared amongst so many cultures. And we are very humbled for everyone who has contributed to this year's virtual altar, which we so wish we could have been sharing space together, but given the challenges that we have all faced and the safety measures that we've taken, our team has been wonderful in innovating a way for us to at least feel a bit closer together. And I'm so happy to say that this is international as well. We have wonderful spiritual leaders from other parts of Mexico and other parts of the country that will be with us tonight as we do the invocation led by Martha Ramirez. But before that, I want to introduce to everyone our founder and our artistic director, Judith Baca, who will be leading us into tonight's ritual. So thank you all, and Judy, welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to welcome you to our 18th annual ritual of Day of the Dead. And it's my honor to introduce Marta Oropresso Ramirez, sort of said in the American way, should be Marta Ramirez-Oropeza. Marta is a longtime comadre of mine, and she is a person who is trained for over 30 years in Mexico in a small village called Ocotepec. And in that village, she learned from elders there the ritual that she will carry out tonight. And typically we have hundreds of people here at SPARC with altars built from every region of Mexico, done by our students from UCLA Chicano Studies. But this year, you will join us in a virtual way, and in a sense, almost like a mystical way. We are bringing the dead to the space that is a virtual space. And it has the same sentiment and the same methodology. Marta will lead us through understanding this ritual that goes back literally thousands of years. And so this is from our ancestors, and it's a method of us remembering the dead, a method of us actually passing through loss and realizing the importance our ancestors have, the people who preceded us have. And so I welcome Marta to this moment. She is also a professor at UCLA now, teaching the rituals at Chicano Studies. And as I said, she spent many years developing the Nahuatl University in Cuernavaca, and she's also spent many years teaching at Edison School here in a Spanish immersion. So Marta comes to us with a wide range of capacity of teaching from the fields of Mexico to here in Los Angeles. And she will be joined by Paulina Sahagún, who will be doing the conch calling. Pauline is a performer and a performance artist, and also a woman who worked in the Teatro Campesino and with the Mascarones theater group, which is where Marta actually performed. Marta is also not only a theatro person, but also a muralist. So we'll welcome Marta and let her give us some information and teach us a bit about this ancient ritual. Thank you, Marta. It's all yours.
Thank you, Carlos, and thank you very much for that lovely introduction, Judy. I am so happy to once again be with all of you. Tiyali, Kenikitis, bienvenidas y bienvenidos todos. Welcome, welcome all. This is such a special season for me where I get the honor of connecting with our wonderful elders, with our wonderful spirits in such a beautiful, lovely circle of light and color and beauty and struggles and everything that SPARC is. SPARC for me is my other home, and it is a place where it has been an honor to participate since 2002 with this ritual. So I want to prepare you for what you are going to experience with a little bit of background as what is the Day of the Dead ritual? Where does it come from? This tradition is very, very ancient, as Judy said. We see it first in the Olmec culture, where we find these pieces of 3,000 years ago with images of life and death together. So it's this 3,000-year-old mask of leads us to believe that there is a living and a dying that connects simultaneously in the middle. So there's not really a clear moment when you are born. We think of that, but where is it? Is it when you're conceived, or is it before then? That you eventually come to life, and then there's a moment that you immediately begin to die. You begin to feel that passing. And so when you die, do you actually die, or do you transform again into something else? This is another way that Mesoamerican cultures would explain it. Here you see, again, death back to back with life. And so in the middle and the center of death, you have a living heart. And that will transition into life. And in the middle of the life, you have a skull heart. So that conch represents that moment of change. So here we are, living and dying. And it is a miracle that we have a wonderful way of going through this strange place of these two polarities, these two forces that come together, and they struggle to be present. So it's not something that is never going to end, it's going to continue. And we have a creative form of dealing with it, which is precisely ritual. And this is the beauty, and this is the power of this Day of the Dead ritual. But let me continue on saying that this ritual was recovered through the ancient manuscripts, codices, through the ancient calendar systems that precised what are the rituals that should be done every single month of 20 days. And so here we see that one of the important things in order to begin a ritual is to ask for permission. We ask for permission to create the sacred place. And we do it by invoking to the four directions, the north, the south, the east, and the west. And we give thanks to the universe, and we give thanks to the Mother Earth. When we are born, it is so important. It was so important in ancient times. Now we have a birthday, and that we celebrate. But in ancient times, you knew once you were born that was what your gift was, and it was going to be shared with the community. And so that is an important piece of information that we get from the codices. The other one is when we die. What happens when we die? And this is also an important moment where after we do our invocation, then we begin a series of activities that go hand in hand with this idea of living and dying. So we have this ritual where we call the spirits. And this one comes from the tradition of Ocotepec, Morelos. Ocotepec, Morelos is just recently was a Nahuatl-speaking village. And in the Mesoamerican tradition, there are 4 different places that you go to when you die. If you're a baby and you die, you go to a nursing tree. and wait until there's another opportunity to live. If you are a great hero or a great heroine, you're a great person that gives your life for others, you go directly to the sun. And if you die in something that has to do with water, you drown or something like that, you go to Tlalocan, because of course water was precious and it was like a paradise where you got to live. However, if you are just a regular person, you die a regular death, you would go to Mictlan, to that place that is called the land of death. And this is a very important place, because to get there, in order to get this resting place, you have to go through several challenges, specifically 9 different places that you have to struggle to go through there. And that is why in Ocotepec, they create this amazing ofrenda, this amazing ritual that where it is believed that through 9 days before the Day of the Dead, November 1st, and 9 days after, we have to prepare that ofrenda so that they will be first receive them with a lot of food and wonderful things for them to recover from that journey. And every day you hear fireworks and you hear rosaries and you hear all of these people cleaning their cemetery. And then when it comes to the Day of the Dead, then they are ready for them. And that is the beginning of this, this moment of connectedness. So when we do a ritual, when we do an invocation, this is what happens. All the spirits of the east, all the spirits of the west come together in the center. All the spirits of the south and north come together. And then the universe is contemplated like Omeyocan, the place of creativity, and the Mictlan, the place of rest, comes together. It all comes together in that center, in this universe of a simple ritual that is placed upon in your house, in your home. And I decided to put this virtual background because it is the wonderful place that of Ocotepec. And it, unfortunately, my neighbor who took me to witness the calling of the spirit passed away recently, and they made this beautiful ofrenda, the family, and their daughter, Dora, his daughter, allowed me to show you this magnificent ofrenda that where you see everything. You see it, all of the pre-Hispanic influence, and then all the colonial era, and now even the modern times. So what happens in this calling of the spirit, which is the next, it is very deep. It is very sacred. It is the moment when we actually invite our ancestor to come. And this one is not only the oral tradition of Ocotepec, but it is also in the Códice Teyeriano Remensis, that specifically said that the elder would rise up to the rooftop of the house and begin to cry out the name of the person that they wanted, so that they wouldn't get lost. And they would say, "Come, here is your house. Come, come, come. We're waiting for you. Hurry up. Come to the Day of the Dead." Well, they didn't say Day of the Dead. They said the Fiesta Huaymicailhuitl. And that was the name of that particular 20-day month. So with this, I decided that they came together, and it was so important for everyone of today to know where it comes from, and to really honor all of those wonderful teachers who and artists who painted these books, who created this link between one generation and another, and it has evolved, of course, and we are now in Zoom evolving it once more, but it is as powerful and maybe even more powerful because under the conditions that we are living in, it is something very, it's a gift for us to do this ritual. And that is what we are going to do. I also want to say that I want to include an image of a very important artist who is kind of an amazing engraver who not only gave us what was to be the Catrina, because he called it La Garbancera. This is Jose Guadalupe Posada here in one of his portraits. And he drew this woman who was an indigenous person, but in the times the French had been ruling Mexico. And so he put a big hat upon her. So it was like Mexico, indigenous Mexico under the influence of Europeans. But then Diego Rivera, an amazing muralist, one of the three great ones, was inspired and he gave her a whole body and he named her La Catrina. And La Catrina is an icon that I'm sure everyone knows. And it was thanks to Posada. And also because Posada has another aspect of contributing to the Day of the Dead, which is he made it something of somewhat of a critical, protesting, kind of satirical and very sharp way of fighting back to the system. And so that is what SPARC does. And, you know, this whole circle comes around again to SPARC because of all the important work that it is doing everywhere. And I am so grateful that we have this opportunity to share also, because this moment is one that we all need to come together. So with your permission, with the permission of everyone, I would like to begin the ceremony. And I'm going to ask my wonderful Nina Paulina, my wonderful compañera, and Ofelia Cruz Medina, Ofelia Cruz Morales, to join me. Also, my daughter Luna Leiva, who has just recovered from the COVID, is there. Thank you, mija. So you can all unmute yourself for this ceremony, because I am really going to ask you a big favor. Normally, we do it with everyone present, and everyone repeats after we speak. So just unmute yourself and open your hearts, open your mind to this new way of thinking, and think that the past is always with us in the present. And we are living and dying all the time. Yet we do have this creative way, this very special and sacred way of dealing with loss. And it is with ritual. So thank you all, and we will begin this invocation to the 4 directions. Tlatzotzona, Tecocoli. Let us face the east. Vamos a ver hacia el oriente. Wherever your east is,
That way.
look at it. Inishpansinkli.
Inishpansinkli.
Vincente Ejecatl. Mashiyao Yotzin. Mashiyao Lincoln. Intlawis Campa. Acatl.
Read.
Read.
Invocamos al primer viento.
Invocamos al primer viento.
We invoke the first wind.
We invoke the first wind.
Oriente.
Oriente.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
East.
East.
Your face.
Show us your face. El rumbo del color rojo. The region of the color red.
The
El rumbo de la luz. The region of light. Tamachtike-tofe.
Nonotza.
Nonotza.
Lenachtowi.
Lenachtowi.
Ehekat. Kampa.
Campa.
Kisa. Tonati. Ohti. Tlen Iishneska. Chichiltik.
Ichiltik. Tlatzotzona tecocoli.
La tetona de
Tlalinocentech.
Tlalinocente.
Atzintli no yes yo. Yehekat no yekayo. Wantlet no nemilis. Inishpansintli. In onte ejecatl.
Inonte Ejecat.
Mashiyao Yotzin. Mashiyao Lincoln. Insihuatlampa.
Cali. Casa. House. Invocamos al segundo viento. We invoke the second wind.
We invoke the second wind.
Poniente, muéstranos tu rostro.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
West, show us your face.
Show us your face. El rumbo del color blanco. The region of the color white. El rumbo de lo femenino. The region of the feminine. Tlatzotzona. Tamachtike-tofe.
Tikinonotza.
Tikinonotza.
Tlen ome.
Tletome.
Pekat.
Tlatecat.
Kampakisa,
Kampakisa,
Tonati,
Tonati,
Tlen Ishneska Chipawak,
Tlen Iishneska Chipawak, Tlatzotzona Tecocoli. La inocente,
Inocente,
Achinclino yes yo,
sin que no yo,
Yehekat no yekayot,
no llega,
Wantlet no nemilis,
no nemilis,
Inishpan Sinkli,
simply,
Inyente Hekatu, Mashiyao Yotsin, Mashiyao Lincoln, In Mictlampa,
in Mictlampa,
Tecpat.
Ekpatu,
Pedernal.
Pedernal,
Lynn.
Lin,
Vamos al tercer viento.
invocamos al tercer viento.
We invoke the third wind.
We invoke the third
Norte.
norte.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
Muéstranos
tu rostro.
North.
norte.
Show us your face.
Show us
Your face.
el rumbo del color negro.
el
The region of the color black.
The region.
The region of the color black.
El rumbo del reposo y la transformación.
El rumbo del reposo y la transformación.
The region of rest
The region of
The
rest.
region of
and
rest.
transformation.
And transformation.
Yamachtiketofe.
Ikino Notsa,
Ikinunutsa.
Len Eye Hekat,
In eye hekatu.
Ikanemahtli,
Exactly.
Ikechnestili,
Ikechnestili.
Moishayak,
Moishai.
Ohtli,
Ohli.
Len Iishneska,
Tlen Iishneska.
Yayawik,
Yayawi. Tlatzotzona Tecocoli. Inocente.
La inocente.
Inclino yes yo. Yehekat no yekayot. Wantlet no nemilis. Inishpan Sintli. Inaute Hekatu. Mashiyao Yotsin. Mashiyao Lincoln. In Wits Lampa.
With
Toshli.
Tochli.
Conejo.
Conejo. Conejo.
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Invocamos al cuarto viento. We invoke the fourth wind.
We invoke the fourth wind.
Sur.
Sur.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
Muéstranos tu rostro.
South.
Now,
Show us your face.
show us your face.
El rumbo del color azul.
The region of the color blue. El rumbo de la voluntad logradora. The region of creative willpower.
Creative willpower.
La machtiquetofe.
Tiquinonotza.
Tiquinonoxa.
Tlenawi Hecat. Tlen Eltok.
Glen Eltok.
Inacastla Tonati.
Inacastlatonati.
Ohtli.
Ohtli.
Tleni Ishneska.
Glen Ishneska.
Tik-tik.
Tliltik. Tlatzotzona tecocoli. Tlalinocente. Atzintli no yes yo. Yehekat no yekayot. Wantlet non emilis. And now we give thanks to the universe. Tlasokamati. Totatsinilhuicatl. Tlasokamati. Tonansinilhuicatl. Tlasokamati. Tonati. Mestli. Huesitlali. And now we touch the earth, touch our Mother Earth. Tlasokamati. Tonansintlali. Tlasokamati. Totatsintlali. Tlasokamati. Tlasolteot. Chalchitlicue. Coatlicue. Cometeot. Ometeot. 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 Anate kokoli. Tierra es mi cuerpo.
mi cuerpo,
agua mi sangre,
agua mi
mi sangre,
aire mi aliento
aire mi aliento,
y fuego mi espíritu.
fuego mi espíritu.
The earth is my body,
Earth is my body,
water my blood,
water
aire mi aliento y fuego. And fire is my spirit.
and fire is my spirit.
Thank you. And now we are going to proceed to the calling of the spirits. This is a very important moment where I want to ask you to think and keep in your heart those wonderful ancestors who we have dedicated our ofrenda to, who are thinking. We are in honor of them doing this ritual so that they can come to us. And if you have the name of a person that you would like to invoke, that is what we are going to recreate during this modern time, that ancient ritual where the elder would go to the rooftop to invoke their ancestors. I will tell you when it is time to do this. La tzotzona tecocoli.
La tzotzona tecocoli.
Nejuanimitznozas.
Juanimitznots.
No conetsin.
No connect.
Nejuanimitznozas.
Juanimitznots.
I call you, my little one.
Te llamo, mi pequeñito.
Me llama.
Llamo mi pequeñito.
Nejuanimitznozas.
Juanimitznots.
No tatsin.
No taxi.
No nansin.
No nancy.
No colsin.
No
No sitsin.
no sit.
No tatawe.
No
tatawe.
No nanawe.
No nana.
Te llamo,
Te llamo.
padre,
Padre.
Padre.
padre,
Padre.
Madre.
abuelito,
Abuelito.
abuelita,
Abuelita.
bisabuelito,
Abuelita.
bisabuelita.
Bisabuelita.
I call you father,
I call you father,
mother,
Mother,
grandfather,
grandfather,
grandmother,
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 great grandfather,
great grandmother,
great grandmother.
great.
grandmother.
And now, in your heart, open your heart and connect with the spirit of someone you would like to invite to this ritual. And I will begin by invoking mi abuelita Nita. Everybody, say the name of that person that you would like to come, have them come. Abuelito Tomás, Padrecito Jesús,
Abuelita
José,
Magdalena.
espero
Abuelita
Abuelita
Bessie.
Anita.
Abuelita Leonor, que no te conocí, pero aquí está tu ofrenda. Abuelito Roque, que tampoco te conocí, pero aquí estás.
Rosalía,
Vengan todos.
Abuelito
Abuelita
Sofía.
Anita, abuelito Tomás. Aquí están, aquí estamos esperándolos. Siento que estás aquí, siento que están aquí.
Que vengan aquí, abuelito Jesús.
Quiero que venga aquí.
Cousin Michael.
Ricky.
Tlatzotzona tecocoli. And now, this is the wonderful other part of the ritual that was given to me by my wonderful neighbor in Ocotepec, Morelos, Fausto Trejo, who invited me to listen to these words that were spoken in Nahuatl. Xehualanican,
Guadalupe.
Inmiquilistli,
Inmiquilistli.
vengan aquí
Vengan aquí.
a la celebración
A la celebración
del Día de los Muertos.
El día
de los muertos.
Come here.
Come here
Here.
The great celebration
to the great celebration
of Day of the Dead.
of the Day of the Dead.
Hey.
Icatehua, Titlacuas, Muchi,
Muchi.
Timitzcolhuatica, para que puedan
Para que puedan
comer todo lo que les ofrecemos.
comer
Todo lo que les ofrecemos.
So that
Dale.
everything we offer
Axcantlen,
Ashcante.
Teotquineki, Timitzcolhuatica,
Timiscolhuatica.
y ahora,
Y ahora,
con permiso de los creadores,
con el permiso de los creadores,
les ofrecemos
and now with the permission of the creators, we offer you
oh, vamos a ver qué hay en la ofrenda. ¡Frijolitos!
only
¡Mole!
Enchiladas.
¡Enchiladas!
tamales,
¡Tamales!
chocolate,
¡Chocolate!
pan de muerto,
¡Pan de muerto!
Arroz.
arroz,
¡Empanadas!
chiles rellenos,
¡Chiles rellenos!
chicharrón en salsa verde,
¡Salsa verde! ¿Qué más hay por allí?
Nopales.
nopales,
Nopales.
tacos,
tequila,
¡Tequila! ¡No falta!
fruta,
Chihuan. Chihuan.
café,
Café.
aguacate,
¿Qué más tienen en su ofrenda? What else do you have in your altar?
Guayabas.
Guayabas. Qué ricas. What else? Naranjas. ¿Qué más tienen?
Dulces.
Esa hermosa ofrenda de la familia Angel Díaz tiene muchas cosas, ya la vi. ¿Qué más tienen por allí? What else do you have?
Vino tinto.
Vino tinto.
Oh,
Manzanas.
Manzanas.
Plátanos.
Plátanos.
os-
¡Qué rico! Yo tengo mazapanes.
mazapán,
Alegrías de ajonjolí.
alegrías de ajonjolí,
Ya nada más.
Champurrado.
Champurrado. ¡Qué rico! Wow, this we're gonna have a feast there.
Cocadas.
Cocadas. Bueno, vamos a continuar. Let's continue with the ritual because this last part is very symbolic and significant. Xicuala mochiwan.
Ticuala,
Kuala mochiwa,
Tentlehuacticnequi.
Tecuaticnequi,
Niki,
Oicnustin.
Nunuki,
Inviten a sus amistades.
inviten a tus amistades,
Ah, solo se encuentran.
Si acaso.
encuentran.
Invite all of your friends if you happen to find them.
Invite all
Oh,
of your friends if you happen to find them. Juan Niquimacas,
Nejuanicumaca,
Santepitzin Atl.
Antepizzi,
Se nos olvidó decir que teníamos mucha agua.
Agua.
Que yo les daré,
que yo le daré,
aunque sea un poquito de agua,
aunque sea poquita de agua,
That I will give them
that I will give them
at least a little bit of water.
at least a little bit of water. Tlateo Tineki, Ninemis,
Ninemis,
Ashkan Seshiwit,
Ashtashi,
Nemechia Soksepa. Si los creadores desean que yo viva un año más, aquí los espero otra vez.
If the creator wish
If the creators wish
that I live one more year,
that I live one more year,
I will wait for you here again.
I will wait for you here again. Tlamoninemi,
Tlamoninemi,
Niwalas,
Niwalas,
Icameguantin.
Ikameguanti.
Y si yo ya no vivo,
Y si yo ya no vivo,
pues entonces vendré aquí con ustedes.
vendré aquí con ustedes.
But if I do not live, then I will come instead.
Then I will come instead
All of you.
with all of you. Tlatzaltzali tekokoni. Ometeot.
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 Oh, Meteo.
Mati Miak, thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias. Este ha sido nuestro ritual y ahora a divertirse con los altares, viendo esta maravillosa exposición de todas las ofrendas. Now let's celebrate by seeing this virtual beautiful ofrendas from the past and for those who have sent their altares to SPARC. Thank you.
En mi tierra se visten de azul y verde, se visten de azul y verde. Las poblanas en mi tierra, las poblanas en mi tierra, se visten de azul y verde, se visten de azul y verde. La poblana de mi tierra. Y cuando la noche encierra, la que no es culebre, liebre, las poblanas en mi tierra se visten de azul y verde. Y cuando la noche cierra, la que no es culebre, liebre, la que no es culebre, liebre. Y cuando la noche cierra, ahora sí lloren poblana, corazones de manzana, que me van a dar la muerte mañana por la mañana, con los tambores de guerra y la tropa mexicana. Ahora sí lloren poblana, corazones de lucero, que me van a dar la muerte por una mujer que quiero. Una sola es mi maldad y se la voy a decir y se la voy a decir. Una sola es mi maldad. Una sola es mi maldad y se lo doy a decir y se lo doy a decir. Una sola es mi maldad. Con todito mi sentir, con todito mi sentir, me gusta la libertad, me gusta la libertad. Con todito mi sentir, con todito mi sentir, me gusta la libertad, me gusta la libertad. Con todito mi sentir. Lloren, lloren, poblanita, corazones de limón, que me van a dar la muerte por una de esta región. Y si acaso me murieren, lleven flores al panteón. totolita tuve. Una totolita tuve, morena como la miel, morena como la miel. Una totolita tuve. Enamorado yo estuve de su sabor y su piel, de su sabor y su piel. Enamorado yo estuve. Enamorado yo estuve de su sabor y su miel, de su sabor y su miel. Enamorado yo estuve. Ya se va el fandango, una totola que zapatea, baila con el rango, sus vueltas no las marea.
We want to invite you to come and see this tour which will be posted on the website.
Totola de agua blanca, que elaboras en horquilla, que elaboras en horquilla. Totola de aguas blancas, totola de agua blanca, que elaboras en horquilla, que elaboras en horquilla. Totola de agua blanca.
Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Ofelia, por habernos acompañado en este hermoso ritual. Y gracias por tu fuerza de original de Contepec, Veracruz. And thank you all for coming. And I just want to remind you that this is a wonderful gift that we have to share with everyone. It's not a religious, just Mexican holiday. It is for the whole world, especially today. We have a way of sharing it to bring us all together in a way of dealing with the passing of so many people. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions or comments, I would really enjoy it. Just open your mic and say whatever you feel, whatever you think. Pueden hablarnos, decir sus comentarios, lo que piensen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Luna. I just want to say I'm here in Mexico, in Tepoztlan, and I just want to thank SPARC for doing this wonderful celebration. That this is something that we all need in these times, and to thank my mom, Marta Ramirez, for doing this. I feel that this is something really important for all of us, because when we connect from our heart to our lineage, we can take the strength from them, and we can take the light from them to get all what we need to go through these times, to these different and strange times. And I hope next year we can do it all together again in SPARC. Thank you all.
Gracias, mija. I want to hear from everyone. Isaura Trejo, ahí estás. A ver, corazón, dinos unas palabras de Ocotepec, Isaura.
Para decirles esta vez las tradiciones de Ocotepec, sí se llevaron a cabo como año tradicional, pero debido a la pandemia no hubo turistas, precisamente para evitar se extendiera más la pandemia.
Claro.
Los altares estuvieron presentes, de todos los altares, y quiero decirte, Marta, que el año que entra nos toca poner altar, porque perdimos al tío, al hermano de mi papá, lo perdimos apenas el día 30.
Cuánto lo siento, mi más sentido pésame, Isaura.
Gracias, y si Dios quiere, el año que entra tendremos ofrenda nueva.
Perfecto. Ojalá que podamos estar. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Nos da tanta fuerza este ritual. Y aquí en honor a tu papi aquí.
Sí, me sorprendí, yo también me dio gusto volver a ver la ofrenda de mi papá, que es algo tradicional, es que pues nosotros tratamos de mantener lo que era lo de antes, que se usa el petate, que se usa el papel de China, algo tradicional, que incluso mi hermana se volvió ya maestra en el arte del papel de China. Mi hermana lo está rescatando.
Sí, las he visto. Muy creativa.
Sí, muy creativa, y es algo de antes, pues que pues usaban nuestros padres, muchos alcanzaron a usar lo que era el morral, los que fueron campesinos, y como ven la ofrenda que está ahí, es el cuerpo formado por dentro, que es pura plátano, sí, plátano macho por dentro y pan. Es para formar el cuerpo, y se pone la vestidura que en vida él acostumbraba a usar, o ya sea por medio de su trabajo, muchas veces son mecánicos, panaderos, y se les pone así su ropa que
déjame traducir tantito. For those who don't understand Spanish, this ofrenda is of her father, and the way that they build this altar, this ofrenda, is by creating a sculpture of a body with fruits, and in this case with bananas and bread, and then they cover them with new clothes that person would use. So it's all a very important tradition that comes from Ocotepec.
Sí, ahí seguimos con las tradiciones. El petate para nosotros representa que nuestros antepasados usaban el puro petate para poder dormir y descansar.
Exacto. Yeah.
Ajá, y entonces por eso de ahí el petate.
Mat that was used as a bed. So it's always something very important within the ofrendas, the altars, is to have a woven mat. Ya nos diste una lección aquí. Gracias. Muchas gracias. ¿Y no está Dora? ¿Dora no vino?
No, ahorita me acordé y lo puse rápido y me metí rápido.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por tus palabras, Isaura.
Okay. Pues ahí estamos presentes, y cuando gusten saber algo sobre las historias de las ofrendas,
seguro que sí.
Cada cosa tiene su significado, desde el vaso de agua, desde la sal, desde la vela, desde la comida, y todo tiene su porqué. Y recuerden que una ofrenda es llamar a nuestra gente que falleció. Cada vez que va uno poniendo el pan, la comida, hay que hablarle por su nombre, que vengan, están invitados.
Sí, esa de alguna manera es el ritual que hemos incorporado aquí, esa cosa de hablarle, decir su nombre para que vengan. Exacto. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Ofe, maestra Tamechtique, ¿no quieres tomar la palabra, maestra? Ofelia Cruz Morales is an amazing scholar too. She's probably one of the very first native Nahuatl doctoral candidates in Mexico. She's come a long way, and now she is teaching of the Day of the Dead, and I asked her to give us some words.
Hola a todos, muy buenas noches. Un saludo a todos desde Zacatecas, México. Soy originaria de Veracruz. Soy una de las mujeres, quizá no completamente o no 100% tradicional con esto, pero trato de mantener viva la cultura desde mi casa, con mi familia, y quiero compartir algo, lo que me enseñaron mis abuelitos, que ya no están, pero hoy están de visita con nosotros. Cuando nosotros hacemos una ofrenda, no solo es la felicidad, ¿verdad? La felicidad de que vamos a convivir con nuestros difuntos en casa. el tener hecho los tamales, el tener hecho el chocolate, el pan y todos los preparativos, al colocar en el suelo, en el altar, no solo queda ahí, tenemos que dar un mensaje a ellos. Es como cuando nosotros vamos de visita a algún lado con un familiar, amigo, pues le tenemos que dar la bienvenida, ¿verdad? Le tenemos que dar la bienvenida ofreciendo lo primero que es agua, porque venimos cansados de cierto lugar. Entonces, cuando ya tenemos la ofrenda con agua y todo lo demás, pues les tenemos que ofrecer de corazón y decirles, pues aquí está la ofrenda que compartimos con ustedes, nos preparamos durante un año y bueno, esa es la ofrenda que yo pude alcanzar a ver y rescatar de mis abuelitos. Soy un poco tímida para expresar, pero sí lo hago. A veces lo hago desde muy adentro de mí, desde muy adentro de mí, de mi corazón. A veces quizá el sentimiento me gana, ¿verdad? Como ahorita me sentí conectada con todos, pero no solo con los difuntos, también con la tierra, con el sol, con las estrellas, con todo esto que a mí me rodea. Me siento tan afortunada de poder estar aquí participando con el güey Tlamachtigel Marta, amiga y maestra y colegas. Estoy muy feliz, Tlamachtigel Marta, por esta invitación, por esta oportunidad de caminar juntos, de compartir conocimiento, de todo.
Gracias,
A todos, sí, abrazos para todos para estas fechas tan importantes.
Muchas gracias. Does anyone want to add to this wonderful, spontaneous party that we're having here? I want to hear from Judy. I want to hear from Judy. How do you feel, Judy?
Oh, I think it was very beautiful, and having been through all of the rituals that we've had for over 18 years, there was something quite extraordinary about this one because it was more intimate in a sense. Because we, in the past, were in a large space, and we are hearing people call out the names of their loved ones, as we call them, to come and follow the Sempasuchi trail to the gallery. It used to be where we would fill the gallery, or to the altars in our outdoor space. But today, in a sense, being able to go to people's homes as they spoke with their altars behind them was really powerful. And there's something about this method of doing the ritual that we should keep. There's something we should keep from this. And as always, Marta, you did call the dead. I felt them present, and it was very meaningful. I felt like we, and also to being able to focus on very individuals. So the gallery actually made it possible for us to see a sense of each person lost. I'm sure as we leave the gallery will be up for some time, and people can continue to add to it. I'm sure that Carlos and Davida will confirm that there will be people adding images. So if you have not brought your family or your loved ones into the gallery, there's still room, and we can still add to it. But once again, thank you, Martita and Paulina, and to
Ophelia.
Ophelia, thank you so much. I loved very much hearing from you and throughout the ritual, to see your beautiful face come up. I love it that people, when they spoke, their faces came present on the screen.
I know.
It was wonderful. So there's something in this distancing that we wish we didn't have to do, but in a sense gave us another gift. So in the future, there's something we will retain from this. I'm not sure how, but I think it's taught us something. And I think it's an important thing to learn. So thank you so much. And I hope that our loved ones came and that they felt welcomed, and that they know that they are still present with us.
Thank you. Mina, say something. This has been such a wonderful night. I want to hear from your heart.
Oh, thank you.
I think people have said it that in these times that we are in right now, it is so, there's so much sadness, and at the same time, there's so much possibility of change, of possible things in the universe that may evolve with our help, with our prayer, with our, positive thinking, with our thoughts and conversations. And like Judy was saying, even though we are, in our own homes, we have this energy through the skies, basically, rayos del cielo, through Zoom and so forth, to send this, which sometimes it does feel kind of lonely in a way, but when you turn it on, you're like, whoa, that's kind of like magic. So that's what I feel. I mean, thanks that, we end up doing this every time because it's so important. And I feel that the more that people know about this tradition and the importance, like you said, it will help us move forward. And also to discern, the Halloween aspect that now is beginning to come in. They're combining Dia de Muertos with Halloween. When people know the truth of how it is, then you could say something that's not what it is. So thank you for everyone being here. Take care and good luck with everything.
Marta, this is Regan, and I want to echo.
Oh, hi, Regan.
Hi, Mira was here too, but she had to go do some homework now. But I want to echo Nina, and Judy, that it just felt very, very intimate and very especially moving. I think some of that has to do with, our general anxiety right now from so many things. And I felt this time when you had the slides of the different the traditional art pieces at the beginning, I was really appreciating those and really I was really liking that introduction that you did. And also it kind of felt like, I just felt like this ritual was really, I was feeling it more this time actually, and really needing it, and kind of it's speaking to us that there's a continuum of life, that this kind of history of ups and downs continues to repeat. It's a circle. So we're not just stuck, in a darkness, but it goes back to the light and dark. So anyway, we really appreciated it this time. And we were saying the words, but we were on mute because it's always hard for me to pronounce the Nahuatl. I was like, where are the lyrics,
It's just a matter of just saying it from your heart. That's why it's translated into Spanish and English.
Yes, I like
you.
that.
I appreciate your comments, and Regan has been a faithful Day of the Dead participant since the beginning.
And
So
Mira is 16 now, but her very first time in public was to an art opening at SPARC. I think she was just like, I don't know, like 5 weeks old, and someone was like, don't let all those people touch your baby. They have to wash their hands first. I didn't know that much about babies.
So I really appreciate your comments, y los que quieran hablar, por favor, no tengan miedo. No.
I say that, Regan, I missed your mother in this altar. I kept looking for her.
Oh, I did add her, but just because I thought she would appreciate it, I added a younger photo of her. So she is in the altar, but I think how we women are. I thought she might like this younger picture of herself.
Oh.
So I was really happy to see both Joel and Eleanor on the altar. And it's interesting because, about a month ago, we have our Jewish cultural organization, the Sholem community, and we had what religious people call the high holidays, but we just call the New Year's holidays. And we have this prayer especially for, the people who have passed. So it's kind of an affinity to what we were doing tonight.
Oh, we're seeing something from Ophelia.
Okay.
What are we looking at? Oh.
I think she pushed the button. I'm sorry I interrupted you. We interrupted you.
No, that's fine. Thank you. But
It's all
my
part of
parents,
the
my parents are in the galleries, and so it was really sweet to see them there because I was calling them with my heart, and then it was nice to see them too.
Thank you. Elba, amiga mía, ahí estás. Who else would like to? Hola, Elba. Quítate el micrófono. Abre el micrófono. No se oye. Quítate el micrófono.
Ah, ok. ¿Listo? Felicidades, me gustó. Es la primera vez que veo algo así.
Gracias, gracias. My wonderful friend from Delicias, Chihuahua.
Oye, eso de los colores y de los voltear a
los
punto cardinal. Todo estuvo muy, muy bonito. Todas las que actuaron, los que hablaron ahí, pues me gustó mucho tu exposición. Felicidades, Marta.
Muchas gracias. ¿Tú no haces ofrenda?
No, no acostumbro. Mi nieta es la que las hace. Ella pone altar y pone a mi hermana y a mis papás. Y ella nos invitaba hoy. Abuelos, pónganlo, es bien emocionante y muy bonito.
Ya ves.
Pero no, nunca.
Ahora, próximo año, everybody next year, you have to make one.
Sí.
Gracias.
Sí, gracias Marta por invitarme.
Hijo, ahí estás. Salúdanos. I see my son is here too. Anybody else wants to say a few words before we have to close? Candy. Candy is our other wonderful co-Dia de los Muertos. Hi, so glad that you could make it.
Sí, gracias, maestra. Gracias. Thank you, SPARC, for providing this virtual opportunity to have our muertos be called in our own homes, in front of our altares. We really appreciate it. This was a family gathering for us as well. So we really appreciate being a part of this and seeing also our son in the gallery, in the virtual gallery. It was very special for us. So we really appreciate it. Sienna wanted to say something. So
Sienna, come on, Sienna.
I'm dancing. She wants to dance.
A little spiritual person. Thank you, Candy.
Thank you very much.
Well, Carlitos, if you wanted to speak.
So thank you all so much for making this community space in a virtual space feel so connected to everyone and to bring a little warmth together during these difficult times. We just share our energy with you all and please send your energy to us. And we're here, we will be here together next year. We really, truly believe that. Thank you, Marta, so much for once again leading us in this ritual as our spiritual guiding point for all of us here at SPARC, and to everyone, your family and the other wonderful leaders in the ritual. So everyone, the website will be up, the link that is shared in chat. Please save that link, share it. We will still be accepting images. The button there to send your photos, we will be able to add them, so friends and families, and it will be available for everyone to see. So we hope that you'll join us on, I believe, is it Thursday? We have a talk with Judy Baca and Amalia Mesa-Baines called The Art of Transformation. And it will be an ongoing conversation on what it means to be artists who work with memory at a time of so much loss. That is available on our front page. You can find that information. You can also find it on our social media. We'll make sure to also send it to everyone who registered in the event, and there's the link, The Art of Transforming Loss. So please go ahead and sign up for it. It's all of these events are free. But of course, if you are so moved, we always encourage donations of whatever you can so that we can continue to provide and produce these community-based works. So here's the website. To donate, you can click here, and to add to the community altar, you can click here. So we welcome you all to continue to add to it as we keep the virtual altar up. Something that we haven't been able to do in physical space because permits run out and we have to get out of the parking lot, but here we can continue to hold this space. So we really so much appreciate it, and we hope you all stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martita.
Thank you all.
Judy. Thank you, Carlos, Davida, wherever you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And everyone, Nina, Ofe, everyone, Mija, Mijo. Nos vemos.